Your first impression of the Mongrel village is of a squalid dump, with the odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectations hang in the air. Chief Saul, a heavyset aged mongrel, slowly shuffles his way toward you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth. And you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. That's not good. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by his cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Uplanders, eh? End time shall upon us, indeed. Is the voice acting only for the intro or something? Chief Saul, we found the angel sword, and we found the one who can wield it. Lan points at you. She had a vision, and now the angel sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside her. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can go save them. Chief Saul raises his hand with ragged, broken fingernails. Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hashty. Too hashty for your own good. Oh, it's supposed to be hasty, but he's got like a lisp going on or something. It's going to get you in trouble. Saul eyes you up and down. An uplander with the light of heaven. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan, trust people because he'd like us to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I am the chief. I don't work on faith. Show the light. Dialogue options restricted by mythic paths. Throughout the game, you'll be occasionally encountered colored options marked as associated with a specific mythic path. These are dialogue branches that embody the spirit of a particular manifestation of mythic powers. In the earlier stages of the game, these options must be selected in order to gain the opportunity to set out on the corresponding mythic path. Once your mythic path is set, unique alternatives inaccessible to other mythic paths will become available to you. I don't want to go on this path. Windoweg stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning. Is there someone else from the surface here? I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. We got lawful, requires angel mythic path, reveal the light of heaven. Chaotic, Lan is mistaken, we didn't find the sword. I like it. Even though I picked neutral, I like this dialogue option. Lan is mistaken, we didn't find the sword. Lan whips around to look at you, stunned. He clenches his fist for a moment, as if planning to shake the truth out of you, but he quickly gets a handle on himself. I don't know why you're lying. No doubt you have your reasons, but I know it's a lie, and you know it, and Wendu knows it. Lan turns to Windoweg. Tell him, Wendu! Windoweg stares blankly back at him. I saw the light shining between the rocks, and then it went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? You saw some kind of light near me. You thought that meant I now have the angel sword. You were mistaken. There's no need to drag other people into it. I think we say nothing. Lan looks at you expectantly and sighs when you don't answer. Right. You and Wendu have worked everything out between yourselves. You've played me for a blind mole here. Lan barks a hollow laugh. Everybody around me said that they didn't want to go anywhere or save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than anybody else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine, I see how things are. I don't need any more convincing. Lan offers a crooked smile. Peace, Lan. Miracles are not meant for us. We, the tribe, we wait. If you're one of us, you will wait. We're not going anywhere, Uplanders. Rest now. There's a hut over there. You can rest there. Lan is silent, his eyes shifting from you and Saul to Windoweg. You made the right choice. It was the lesser of two evils, and now rest. So we could be at our best when we go into the maze. I promise to lead you to the surface, and I will. Level advancement! Combat victories and other achievements give your character experience points. After accumulating a certain amount of experience, the character gains a new level. Doesn't take a new class or raise their level in one of the classes they already possess. Also gives other advantages such as increased hit points. When a character gains a level, they can get new feats, learn new spells and skills, and increase ability scores. The exact improvements a character gets depends on their classes and the total number of their lives. Okay. Let's start with Wendog.
Yours to command.
How do we do this? Level up. Oh, right. I think I have it set so that the companions automatically level up. Just to make it a bit easier, because this is my first playthrough. Unless there's one that I really want to, like, micromanage, I'm just going to go with this. So it looks like... So they took fighter level 2. And they put a point. How am I supposed to read this? Can I see what they did here? I'm a little confused by this. First time seeing this. Features and abilities. Bravery. I guess we could just see, like... I guess they put a point in lore, nature, and perception or something. It looks like they've got 2 points to put. I don't know. Deadly aim. Ah, so they took deadly aim. Trying to figure out how... Maybe they didn't... Oh, I see. This is... So they put one in lore, nature, and one in perception. Because you can... It says here, altering this value will disable automatic leveling up for this character for the remainder of the game. So cancel. Okay. It took deadly aim, but if we want to, we could cancel it and pick our own thing. And then I guess this is just... the overall status for them. Okay. So they took a second level at Zen Archer. 1 in athletics and mobility and perception. They took precise shot also. You can shoot or throw ranged weapons at an opponent engaged in melee without taking the standard -4 penalty on your attack roll. Oh, that's right. I forgot that they take a penalty if they're engaged in melee. So they both took the same thing. It's so weird that they gave us 2 characters that are pretty similar initially. But I guess as they go, they'll change, right? Because Lon is going to get key powers as a monk. Way of the Longbow. At second level, a Zen Archer gains weapon focus as a bonus feat with 1 type of bow. So longbow is his preferred bow. I don't really know what that does. I don't know what weapon focus means. So many things. Oh, here we go. Choose 1 type of weapon. You can also choose unarmed strike, or if you're a spellcaster, melee or ranged touch attacks as your weapon for the purposes of this feat. Gain +1 bonus to all attack rolls you make using the selected weapon. You can gain this feat multiple times. Okay, so basically when he rolls, he gets +1 for the attack part, but not the damage part. That's fair. Camellia the Spirit Hunter. Just taking another level in Shaman Spirit Hunter. Trickery and Stealth. I guess I should maybe I should have, like, the people that are stealthy closer to the front. Like, maybe she should be up front, but stealthing. I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Like, how can I take advantage of stealthy characters is what the thing I want to know. Like, there's that stealth button, but if, like, should I be moving them forward and putting them into position? But what if they get caught? Then they're kind of screwed. And they picked Ice Plant. This hex grants the shaman a +2 natural armor bonus to AC. The effect leaves the shaman's skin thick and stiff to the touch. Cool. Can I just click on this? I could just click on the button. Good. And she took a level in Paladin. Oh, lay on hands. Beginning at 2nd level, a Paladin can heal wounds, her own or those of others, by touch. Each day she can use this ability a number of times equal to half her Paladin level, so 1, plus her Charisma modifier. Heal 1d6 hit points of damage for every 2 Paladin levels she possesses. So she does that twice now because she's got 2 Paladin levels. You can pick other levels, so you could be like a Paladin monk or a Paladin sorcerer. I'm not like, I never really did multi-classing because I like to keep things simple. I actually prefer, for me, I prefer the role-playing aspects of RPGs, like pen and paper RPGs. So I try to keep my actual like gameplay pretty simple so I can focus on the role-playing parts. I know that this is skewed more towards the combat and like the min-maxing and like the build part. So I will keep that into account. But I'm also trusting you guys to help me out with that as well, if that's the part that you're interested in. Use magic device. So they put up mobility. Character's talent for balance and coordination. Move past opponents without provoking attacks or opportunities. Squeeze through tight spots. Climb and jump. Oh, and it shows you who has different skill levels with those. You can compare. See, like knowledge world, we have +4, but now they have +5. And persuasion. So they're going to be the face of the party. I'm definitely gonna have to boot her, although she's like our tank, so I can't really boot her. She wouldn't really, technically if we're evil, I don't think she would really party with us. So we got Lay on Hands and Divine Grace. 2nd level, a Paladin gains a bonus equal to her Charisma on all saving throws. And finally us. Witch of the Veil. Now, I should look at these. Is there any, like... These are prestige classes, so you kind of build into them. Winter Witch. Has one of the following features. Frost Winter. Ability to cast Divine Spells 3rd level. Divine Spells 3rd level spells. Ability to cast Arcane Spells 3rd level spells. You have current value of 1. That could be an interesting thing. Maybe we want to bring winter to the world. I'll think about that. So we need these things to be able to go. The otherworldly powers of winter witches are inextricably linked with the frozen outer realms. Okay. But for now, we'll take Witch of the Veil again. So if we look, what could we be? We could put it into Arcana. We're definitely the top for that one. And Windog has good nature skill. Lon has good perception. Persuasion, Sela does. I wonder if I shouldn't use magic device. One in knowledge arcana. Oh, I can only go up to +2. And then probably not perception. Stealth is fine. Trickery? Disarm traps or devices. Okay. I think lore nature. And I'm going to go knowledge world too. I'm happy with this. Two more spells. Sweet. Oh, and it shows you who has the spells already. So you don't like double up. Very cool. These are level... I picked 2 spells. And I don't have any level 2 spell slots yet. So these are the spells that I have so far. Cause Fear, Enlarge Person, Inflict Light Wounds, Ray of Sickening, Ray of Enfeeblement, Vanish, Snowball, and Mage Armor. Sleep would be good. No one has Command. I was thinking Command wouldn't be that great in a CRPG, though. Give the subject a single command which obeys to the best of its ability at its earliest opportunity. You may select from the following options. Approach. On its turn, the subject moves towards you as quickly and directly as possible. Fall. On its turn, the subject falls to the ground and remains prone for 1 round. Flee. Halt. So it's going to run away. As quickly as possible for 1 round. Subject stands in place for 1 round. If the subject can't carry out your command on its next turn, the spell automatically fails. I wonder if we can increase the duration of that. I guess it's just a level 1 spell, so it's just going to be for one round. I think I'm going to do Ear-Piercing Scream, because that matches with our kind of Witch of the Veil class. And no one else can get it. Summon Monster could be cool too. And Reduce Person. The spell causes instant diminution of a humanoid creature having its height, length, and width and dividing its weight by 8. +2 size bonus to dexterity, -2 size penalty to strength. To a minimum of 1. +1 bonus on attack rolls. And AC due to its reduced size. And melee and ranged weapons used by this creature deal less damage. I think I'm going to pick Summon Monster. Even though it's only for 1 round. 1 round per level, so it'll be 2 rounds now. This is better. I decided not to get it at first because it's like, I'm going to summon an extra planar dog for 1 round and then it'll disappear. Doesn't seem like a good initial spell to grab. Okay. We also have Vanish. Touch creature becomes invisible for a short time. If a check is required, an invisible creature has a +20 bonus on its stealth checks. And it lasts 1 round per level up to 5 rounds. So it'd just be 2 rounds. I guess if someone needs to get away, we could use that. Okay, where are we? So I guess we're gonna rest. Maybe I should talk to the chief. Saul heaves himself around to face you. Hey? I want to ask you a few questions. Tell me about the Mongrels. Hey, well, we're the Crusaders under the ground. The children of the first Crusaders. The world wound touches everyone. Look at us. We are all marked by it. The Uplanders didn't like it. They drove us down here. But we have a secret. Saul's one good eye twinkles slyly. We're waiting when the shield mage falls. What is the end of our lives down here? We will go up the Sureface to fight. Until then, we don't. Our place is here. Tell me about Wendueg? Ah, Wendueg, our beauty, our huntress. Who is more skilled than Wendueg? There are braver fighters, yes, but brave doesn't mean skilled. Wendueg is the only one to go into the maze and come out again. The others listen to everything she has to say. I thought this game was fully voice acted. Is it just the first part? Tell me about Lan. Lan, Saul makes a vague gesture. He's not one of us. No, not one of us. His father was one of us, but his mother, no. They took him up to the surface. They ruined him as a child. Then they came back, but he wasn't one of us. A good hunter, yes, but he feels trapped down here. But he can't go up there either. It's not safe. He wouldn't lash a gong. He wouldn't lash the gong. I feel like there's a accent they're going for, like a Scottish thing or something like that, and I'm just not good at doing that accent, so that's what you're getting. That's your answers. What are you gonna do now? Live as we did before. The ones who went, their troubles just their own. We will mourn them, but we are nethers. We wait for the call. Has the base fallen? No, so we wait. Can I just clarify, we are uplanders, prisoners, or guests here? Have you drawn weapons against us? No. Have you killed us? No. Have you stolen our food? No. Guests. I want to look around. I'm going to enter the maze with Windwag. Saul looks at you, clearly preparing to say some harsh words, but in the end, he just waves you off. I'd forbid it, but what would be the point? It's Windwag. She'll ignore me and do it anyway. I spoiled her. No point wringing my hands over it now. Can I just, like, grab this stuff? Maybe I should save it first. I don't know if this is considered stealing. I think it would be red if it was stealing, right? Okay. Wait, did we just send the paladin to steal their stuff? Is there a shop or something down here, maybe? Let's take a look at the map. Hut for resting. Horgus Gworm. Ah. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man in inexpensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gworm. Yes, that Gworm. You no doubt have heard of me if you've spent any time at all in this city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? Surely are freshly arrived in the city then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabras. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Gworm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I'll have you know. Did you see the marquee in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Gworm to thank for that. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You are a spellcaster, I presume. A sorcerer, a wizard? I can't tell which exactly, but it doesn't matter. Spells are always useful. Especially in a situation like this. You are strong, and it will be no trouble to you. But I, alas, I'm not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. Money first. Diplomacy, 2,000. Camellia says, I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canabrius elite. 2,000 gold. Failed. Why not 10,000 or 100? No, let's not be miserly. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You've likely never seen so much gold in all your life. It's non-negotiable. I said 1,000. That's my final offer. Money first. I would gladly pay in advance, but all my wealth is up on the surface. Fear not the word of a Gworm. It's like the word of a worm is worth more than platinum. Ask anyone. Horgus Worm is never reneged on a deal. All right, deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget about our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. Power twists and warps all those who possess it. Once a person becomes accustomed to a special position. I gotta change that. Horgus Gordon's first priority is finding a... Oh, it says, accustomed to a special position in society, they develop a condescending attitude to others. This attitude remains even when society itself crumbles around them. Horgus Gwyrm, a man blessed by noble birth, and no small amount of superiority, found himself in unusual circumstances. He persists in clinging to his riches and power, even as their value dwindles with every passing minute. First priority is finding a way to the surface. Okay. What else do we have here? He went over to there. We got the chief. Loot. Yoink. Ooh, a pipe. Huh.
As it should be.
I think that's our character saying that. Every once in a while, we're just like, yes, we are doing that. An item of interest craftsman. Okay, most of the stuff is just like for selling or for ingredients and crafting stuff. Anevia. Oh, this tragedy may not have happened if you'd spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists. Then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. What's the bad blood between you two about? How's the leg? What do you think is happening in the city now? What do you think of the mongrels? Let's find out about the bad blood between them. It's an old matter, Miss... Tirabade? I know, I've already forgotten how that's pronounced. Tirabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gwyrm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons? How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the crusade? Don't you see? I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Gwyrm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger. I think it's sponger. Leech and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the crusade. No jokes. You're an all-right bloke. But carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us. Lot whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. I'm just trying to think of like my character. What does my character actually care about? Doesn't care about her leg. Probably doesn't care about the opinion of what she thinks is happening in the city. I am interested in what she's going to do when she gets back to the surface, though. I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing or if I'm now homeless. I was talking to Nevia. I have to go. Go on, then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we're to find some people who's alive up there. Take care of yourself. Okay. So if we can't find, like, a shop or something... Hey, Uplanders, come and see my wares. Vendors allow you to buy weapons, armor, spells, scrolls, potions, and other things. Dyra can buy the trophies you brought from the caves. Sell something you might need in the adventure that awaits you. This is what I wanted. You there! A tall woman with a face deformed by an enormous swelling smiles broadly at you, showing off her double row of small sharp teeth. You from the surface? You must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dyra, let's trade. Okay. Okay. Well, we've got 2 crossbows. We're probably not going to need both of those. I don't want to sell the reagents. Accessories, ingredients, usable, notable. We have nothing of note. And other. Bottle of oil. I don't think this is like Divinity in the sense that you can like throw a bottle of oil down and then light it on fire, right? So I guess I sell this stuff. But you guys let me know. Seems like this is stuff that I can just sell, though. Oh, bulk selling. Maybe I can use them with a craftsman, though. I think I'm going to keep this stuff. That's cool that it automatically says, like, if you, like, double click on it, it will say how many do you want to move. Like, it knows you want to move more than one. That's not the same kind of scale. That was the usable scale, right? This isn't the one. That's not the one that's going to resurrect us. How much gold do I have? 748? This is gold? Bullseye? I could get potions. What's Doom? Fear emotion, negative emotion. Single subject with a feeling of horrible dread that causes it to become shaken. I can't really afford anything notable. Quiver of cold iron ammunition. The owner of this quiver can use it to shoot 20 units of cold iron ammunition. Cold iron ammunition known for its effectiveness against demons and fey creatures. Forged at a lower temperature to preserve its delicate properties. A mutated fish. Cooking ingredient. Awesome. Purifying solution. Clean and safely consume any food in the corrupted wastelands of the world wound. That's 200 though. I think I should get... a couple of those. Potion of Feather Step. For the duration of this spell, the subject ignores the adverse movement effects of difficult terrain. I feel like that could be useful. So anyone can use this. That could be useful. Protection from chaos. Protection from evil. Ooh, grease is really good. All enemies in a 10-foot burst. And let's get this scroll sleep also. And maybe the quiver of cold iron ammunition? Deal. Let me check something here. Let's just hang on to it for a little while. How much am I selling it for? It's 2 anyways. Okay. Who gets the quiver? I assume they're only going to use it if it's useful. Or I guess I get to choose, right? I'd like to have the grease scroll. She can have sleep. We'll give this to her. Or is that where I put it? Usable item, okay. We'll give, you have 1 potion of healing, you've got potions of healing, you've got some. I assume I can't put 2? Yeah, it's 1 at a time. Magical, scroll of magical vestment armor. Use suit of armor with an enhancement bonus +1 per 4 caster levels. I think I want 2 of these. Give you a second one. She should probably have the mage armor because she gets up close. So we don't know her alignment. What does it say? Biography. Undetectable. Cool. And you can't remove it from her. So where's the sleeping spot? Rest thing. Oh, there's more stuff to pick up. Some mutated fish. People doing some fishing. Dyra's the merchant. Okay, I was like, did we talk to Dyra? Okay, I think we got some more stuff to sell also. But honestly, I kind of want to move on. Slimy skin. Shiny chitin. Or chitin? As time passes, your characters become tired and act less effectively. You can see this by the fatigue and exhaustion condition icons on their portraits. Oh, fatigue. Ah. While resting, all characters restore a portion of their lost hit points. Spellcasters also replenish their spells. Rest also helps you get rid of some of the negative conditions. Resting takes at least 8 hours.
Doubt is the heart's greatest challenge.
Point blank shot.
Where do you want me?
Ah, okay. So what does it say if we're fatigued? We take a -2 penalty to strength and dexterity. Doing anything that would normally cause fatigue causes the fatigued character to become exhausted. After a complete rest, fatigued characters are no longer fatigued. Interesting. What is that? Bloodshot Eye. Now, in D&D, you can use a scroll to learn a spell. Use split drop info. I guess that's not the case in Pathfinder. Or maybe we need to do it overnight or something. I think that's a dead end. Okay, I think we're ready to rest. It's time. We're heading out now. Land won't get in our way. Wendoeg breathes in deeply through her nose, her eyes narrowing in concentration, like she's trying to taste the air, to detect even the faintest sense. Finally, she gives an approving nod. Were you watching me sleep or something? Are we just going to leave Horgus and Anevia here? Getting you all out at once will be difficult. We'll let the injured woman recover. Do you think I like knowing there are uplanders sitting in our village? But trying to drag an injured person through the maze would be suicide. And don't even get me started on the other one. He's not going to get off his backside unless we send a litter to carry him. I won't get in our way. Where is he? On the way to his death, if he decided to go it alone. Or maybe he's in a hole somewhere, crying about how lonely he is. I don't care either way. Were you watching me sleep or something? Window Egg snorts and turns away. You think I like looking at uplanders? I've got better things to do. Don't think you're special. All right, let's go. It's time to get out of here. Window Egg nods. Right, and another thing. You could have chosen not to listen to me, but you did. That means you have real strength in you. A strong person can take the truth, even if they don't like it. And the truth was on my side, I want to say. Window Egg averts her eyes. Thank you. You saved the tribe from a stupid mistake. They're alive now because of you. Now let's go to the boats. We'll get there faster by water. Okay. Window Egg believes that the quickest route to the maze is by water. So that is right over here. Oh no, we lost Lan. Good riddance, I say. Formation, we already understand how that works, but I think we should adjust that. Now that we've changed things. Look like this. This is what they're suggesting. But I could, okay, so I could like make my own formations for each one. That's cool. Why would I want her to be back here? I don't know. I think that's probably best. Okay. Let's head out to the shield maze then.